We do physical and financial fitness with Patrick in the mornings here in my garage gym. And today we're going to be talking about the virtual CashFlow Conference that we're hosting April 11th and 12th. It's a Saturday and Sunday event, but it's virtual. And so I'm going to get into why we had to cancel the CashFlow Conference at sea that we were hosting, which was a week-long boat cruise from Southern California to Cabo San Lucas. But I don't know if you know, they've had some things go on down there in Mexico that were a little sideways. And so we didn't want to subject everybody going down to Mexico and their families and that. So we just canceled it, right? So we just didn't want to deal with it. So we switched that up and we're going virtual. So we're going to talk about the virtual event. It happens April 11th and 12th. And it's a Saturday and Sunday event, and it's going to be jam-packed, and it's going to be badass. So it actually creates a pretty cool opportunity because it was thousands of dollars for people to get to Southern California, some coming across the United States, going on a Cabo cruise, a week-long cruise. That was, expensive. And so, it was going to be a few people that were going to be able to make it onto the Cabo cruise. And, I think there's going to be a lot more that are going to be able to make it to the virtual conference. So we're going to talk about the virtual conference. I'm going to go over what's going to be happening on the virtual conference, like who the speakers are and what people can learn and things like that. So if you are coming on, drop where you're listening in from into the chat. I love to know if people are, in Southern California where I'm at, or if you're across the United States. It's fun to know where you're at. But that's what we'll talk about today. Today, I'm going to do my Monday workout, which is always the fun workout. I always want to do a workout on Mondays that motivates me to get up and do it, right? Hey, Poncho, good morning. How are you? I always want to do a Monday workout that motivates me to get my ass out of bed. And so I certainly don't start Monday with leg day. It's not like I want to get it out of the way. No. I want to do something that, excuse me. Gosh, in the morning, I'm always having to clear the old lungs out for some odd reason. Yeah, Poncho. So, yeah, thank you, man, Poncho. I came in fifth place in the tournament, and I was all bummed because I thought only first, second, and third were going to pay out. But they paid out all the way to fifth place. I did not know that. I was like super stoked. So anyways, we got fifth place in the golf tournament over the weekend. What's up, Bree? Bray, I'll say. Hey. So yeah, we got fifth place in the golf tournament over the weekend. I was super bummed. Of course, getting fifth place, guys, when you're, striving to do well, getting fifth place in a competition or a tournament, is always disheartening a little bit. And I appreciate you, Poncho, for saying that's really awesome. Yeah. Look, it's a bunch of fun. That's why I play golf, right? I'm not going to be on the pro tour by any means. But if you guys know how good a 5 or a 6 handicap is, that's my kind of golf game. So 5 or 6 handicap is usually shooting in the low 80s or high 70s, depending on what day it is. Right. And pros are shooting in the low 60s. So it's a real different ball game, right? For being a pro golfer, but it's fun. That's the whole thing about it. So I have a lot of fun doing it. But we got fifth place. And out of, I don't know, I think there was like 50 teams or something like that. So out of 50 teams, we got fifth place, which is pretty badass. Shit, better than a kick in the pants. But it's beautiful weather out here in San Diego and that. And what's really cool is that they paid all the way to fifth place. I did not know that. So it's funny, my playing partner texted me last night. And, I kind of left bummed. And I'm like, hey, man, we did good anyways. And we kind of bounced. And I got home and I'm like, damn it, babe. I said, we came in fifth. I had a bunch of fun. I wasn't mad or nothing. I said, we came in fifth. I had a bunch of fun. It was great. I said, but, I think they only paid the top 3. Then my playing partner texted me last night and he was like, yo, dude, we made money anyways. And I'm like, what? And I looked at the thing we got and it said, yes, sure enough. So sure enough, they paid out $100, man. Sure enough, they paid out $100 for fifth place. So, I was bummed out with the fifth place in the tournament, but to shoot, and I think we broke even, right? So we won $100. It was a team match. It was called a member at the country club. So me and another member, and I think we won $100. So basically $50 each. And I think that, I think that's how much it cost us to enter the tournament. So I think we got our winnings back, but I'll tell you what's cool. On hole 9, which is like a 175-yard shot over water, which is a par 3. Hole 9 at the Heights is a 175-yard par 3, and I got closest to the pin. I hit it like 7 foot 9 inches away from the pin from like 175 yards on this par 3, and I got closest to the pin, which is a free dozen golf balls. What the hell? Can't beat that, can you? Can't beat that. So anyways, we won $100 for coming in 5th place in the golf tournament. I won a dozen golf balls for closest to the pin on hole number 9. And all in all, it was, 73 or, well, geez, it was a little hotter than that, but it was like 73 or 75 degrees and sunny. So what the hell, right? So you guys, if you're coming on live, appreciate you coming on live and popping in. I always like for people to say hi. Feel free in the chat. We usually do a live Q&A. I like to make it really interactive. So I know Bray is saying hi, hello, Poncho's in, what's up? Good to see you guys. So, basically what happened, y'all, is, what's up, Roman? Basically what happened, y'all, is we had to cancel the Cabo San Lucas boat cruise that was called the CashFlow Conference at Sea. Like, drop a number 1 in the comments. You guys, I'm curious. Drop a number 1 in the comments if you guys have been to any type of like conference where, you go to a hotel. Drop a number 1 in the comments if you've been to any type of conference where you go to the hotel. What's up, Nicole? Good to see you. Roman, what's up? Bray, yeah, I know it's tough, Bray, when I'm in here and people are commenting because people have some really interesting names, obviously. So I kind of go by abbreviations and stuff, but you know who you are. You know who I'm talking about. If I call you out, you know who you are. But yeah, so Roman, you've been to I saw Roman dropped a number 1 in the comments down there. So you've been to a conference, right? Where you go and maybe you have to stay for the whole weekend at the hotel. And there's speakers, right? It's like maybe a 2-day event. So you're up there at 8 o'clock in the morning and you got to go and there's speakers that speak on stage and they have networking and all that good stuff, right? So like a normal event. Specifically, we're talking about a real estate investment event, real estate investing event. So we were going to have one of those April 10th through the 15th. I even did a couple lives about it. We were really promoting it. It was going great. And we were going to do the CashFlow Conference at Sea. The CashFlow Conference at Sea was going to be a 5-day boat cruise from Southern California to Cabo San Lucas. There was a 2-day conference we were hosting on this boat cruise. So like people were bringing their families. It was going to be badass. But you guys know there was some stuff that went down in Mexico, right? You guys all know what went down in Mexico down there. There was some turmoil going on down there. Puerto Vallarta and Cabo San Lucas and those areas of Mexico are really close together. And so we just didn't want to be kind of responsible for bringing a whole boatload of people on there. We're hosting this thing, right? We're going to bring all these people to Mexico. And we just didn't know what was going to go on down there. I think things have cooled down a little bit. I haven't been paying attention down there in Mexico. I feel like they've cooled down a little bit. I haven't really been hearing much about it anymore, but we wanted to get ahead of it, right? So it sucks that everybody was super stoked to go to this boat cruise to Cabo, which is going to be a CashFlow Conference at Sea. And it was going to be boat cruise / real estate conference / fun / visit Cabo San Lucas, go to the beach and all that stuff. We had to cancel that, dude. So we were like all bummed about it, right? All bummed about it. Bray, it snowed last night. Where are you at? Where it snowed? Roman, we canceled this CashFlow Conference at Sea. We were hosting this CashFlow Conference that was going to go be on a boat cruise to Cabo, April 10th through the 15th. And, where people can come learn about different types of real estate investing. But we had to cancel it because of what's going on in Mexico. So what we did is we made it virtual, which is like the super good news about the situation, right? So the super good situation is that like a lot of people weren't going to be able to afford to come enjoy the conference. That's one thing, right? It was kind of like, it was kind of expensive for most people if you think about it. It's snowing right now, Roman. Where are you guys at? Holy smokes, it's snowing. Yeah, guys, there's one thing, boy, I tell you, you keep loving San Diego because of the weather, must say. We can talk about all sorts of different things, why people like or dislike San Diego. Or California for that matter. But boy, I'll tell you what, man, yesterday we were out there. we were out there golfing, and it was like just perfect. It was so gorgeous out there yesterday. But yeah, sorry it's snowing. Joplin, I'm gonna have to reach out to my cousin Sarah, and a few of my relatives live out there in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm not sure if it would snow in Joplin or be that cold in Joplin. Would it be like that in St. Louis? I'm not sure, but that means it's cold out there, guys. So if it's cold and snowy or whatever where you're at, hopefully you make the best out of that and enjoy that. And if it's sunny and nice wherever you're at, hopefully you make the best out of that, right? It's all how you vibe. But I used to love going back to St. Louis, Missouri. I'll tell you that, to visit my relatives and actually be able to see some real snow. Maybe go out in the backyard, make a snowman in that. Back in St. Louis, boy, those were fun times. My kids, I have to drive them an hour and a half or whatever from San Diego to ever be able to build a snowman. Never in the backyard, but so yeah. What's up? What's up? Dexter's on. How you been, brother? It's good to see you, Dexter. Where are you at, Dexter? Are you in town or are you driving around? In town or driving around? I didn't know I was a rhyming fool this morning. In town or driving around in that truck? But that's what we're going to talk about today, guys. So I know that people are going to pop in and out and so on, and a few of you will like to stay and hear about this. But, here's the coolest thing about it. The coolest thing about it is that the CashFlow Conference at Sea that we were going to host April 10th through the 15th was going to be badass, of course. But not a lot of people were going to be able to enjoy it. And the reason is because of the travel, the time in, the expense of it. It was going to cost, of course, minimum like $2,000 just for the boat cruise and the conference, and people were having to travel and so on and so on. Sometimes people can't go for like a whole week out of town and things like that, have responsibilities. So there was only going to be like, a certain audience of people that were going to be able to get on this boat cruise to Cabo for the CashFlow Conference at Sea. Now, since we had to cancel it, it was going to Mexico, and we were like, too much turmoil in Mexico. Let's cancel that. So we switched it to virtual, which is like the really good news. Let's see. Oh, okay. You're in Joplin because you're down there for spring break. I see. You live in Fenton next to St. Louis. Copy that. Let's see. Bray, I'm calling you Bray, but it says, how do you archery? I'm not sure if you spelled that right. I'm not sure if you meant to say that right. But if you're saying you're going to Branson archery tournament because you made it to state, that's pretty badass. Very cool. Yeah, Bray, that's pretty sweet, dude. If you made it to state for archery competition. That's awesome. Very well done. Very cool. I love archery. I don't any longer have a bow and a setup anymore, but boy, did I used to love shooting bow and arrow. One of my dad's neighbors, Dave, was huge into archery. Used to go to Utah and hunt for deer every year, and they'd make like about 1,000 arrows in the garage. So I'd go down there and they'd be manufacturing their own arrows because, of course, when you're out there really hunting, you guys, you shoot arrows and you miss. A lot of times you'll miss your targets in that. Well, these arrows get lost, they get broken, they shoot into trees, all this good stuff. It's not like target shooting in the backyard. So these guys used to make up like 1,000 arrows in the garage, handmade arrows. I remember gluing the feathers on and all that stuff so that they could bring those with them for the hunting trip. And it'd be like 8 or 10 people. They'd go out there and spend, a week or two hunting for deer with bow and arrow. That was my dad's neighbor. So yeah, believe me, I got exposed to bow hunting. Well, I never got to go to Utah and go hunting, but I was always down at the neighbor's house, fascinated with them shooting bows and arrows all the time when I was a young kid, right? I was just to walk down the street and go to the neighbor's house and be like, I'm going to go to Dave's house. I want to see him shoot bows and arrows. And they taught me, right? They taught me how to shoot. Of course, not at first with a compound bow. And back then, compound bows were just sort of coming out. Like compound bows were sort of new to the marketplace, honestly, when I was young. That's how old I am. They just had regular bows. But boy, that was fun. Yeah. But good job, Ray. Going to a competition, making state. That's epic, dude. Streeper, what's up, dude? What's going on? Good to see you guys. So, yeah, that's awesome, man. We had Bray, one of our audience members right now, made it to state competition championship for shooting bows and arrows, man. archery. Super cool. It's gone way technologically advanced since I was into shooting bows and arrows. I can't even believe like the technology. Let's try to speak a little bit today, there, buddy. My little mouth is in a fix. Yes, Zachary. Welcome to the Krusty Krab. Welcome to the Krusty Krab. Yep. This is Patrick Starfish. You know what's up. You know what's up. So, guys, let's just get right into it. I was letting a few of you guys get hopped on this morning and that, but we'll get to the subject and I'll get to working out, right? Dexter always makes fun of me when I sit here and talk too much. And I love that because you know what? We're supposed to be, guys, in this channel, aren't we supposed to be motivating each other to get in our best physical shape and our best financial shape ever? Yeah. Not just finance talk, guys. We got to try to get our butts in gear. So if you're new to the channel, you may hang out with me on these lives in the mornings from 6:30 to 8 a.m. Pacific time because you might want me to motivate you to actually get in your best shape ever. Does that make sense? Best shape physically and best shape financially. I think those are two important things. So anyways, that's just what we talk about here. If you're new to the channel and you like that stuff, come join me. If I can motivate you, to work out, get in shape, lose weight, be more energetic, whatever it may be, then that's an awesome thing. If I can motivate you to get in your best financial shape ever, then that's an awesome thing too. You know, it sucks, guys. It sucks if you're wealthy financially. It sucks if you don't have. Where am I going to put this thing today to talk to you guys? Sorry, let me move something. It sucks if you're wealthy and you're doing well financially. It sucks, but if you have no energy, right? And if you're unhealthy and you're sick, and of course, adversely, if you're the buffest guy in the room, but you're broke, that sucks too. So we just try to get in good financial and physical shape. And I'll tell you how we can get in better financial shape, you guys, because everybody can do this. We switched that CashFlow Conference at sea, which was going to cost people thousands of dollars, have to go on a boat cruise, go to Cabo San Lucas, which is awesome, but a lot of people weren't going to be able to afford a week off of work, the time involved, the travel, and so on to go on a week-long boat cruise to go to this CashFlow Conference at sea that we were hosting April 10th through the 15th. So we're like, canceled that. Turmoil in Mexico. We were considering just canceling the whole damn thing and then just planning for next year and sort of getting ahead of it. We're like, let's just end it. But we're already in for some marketing costs. We're already in for all that, guys, and we're like, hey, you know what? Let's just not make it a total loss. And let's really keep it going for the people is really what it was. So we switched this CashFlow Conference at sea to virtual, right? So that's what we're talking about today. So we can have some Q&A about it. I'm going to give you guys some insight on it because you might want to go, right? So like how many people on here could afford $97? See, that's the whole difference. We're going to get a lot of people some great content. Now, I feel like a lot of people are going to be able to get the content that we're trying to deliver, the education on these different real estate investment sectors that you guys are all going to be interested in. Trust me. Really great speakers and all that stuff. So we're still delivering, right? But it's $97. Drop a number one in the chat. I'm curious. Drop a number one in the chat if you can touch your keyboard. If you think $97 is pretty affordable to go to a 2-day jam-packed real estate investment conference online where you just get to do it from the comfort of your own home. And there's going to be, I think, 8 speakers and we're going to line it up, right? So tell me what would be your subject you'd want to learn about if you were able to attend this virtual event. By the way, it's April 11th and 12th. It's a Saturday and a Sunday. April 11th and 12th. It's going to be virtual. And you tell me what you'd want to learn about, what you'd want to show up for, what you'd be most excited about, okay? We've got mortgage note investing. That's what I specialize in. We've got mortgage note investing. That's going to be spoken about, taught, full-on case studies, how it works, how it operates, how you can utilize other people's money to expand your portfolio, and why it creates financial freedom. So we're going to talk about mortgage notes. That's one of the speakers. In fact, you know who that's going to be? Me. So I'm speaking on mortgage notes there at the virtual CashFlow Conference. And then we've got apartment development And apartment development, meaning, or shall we say multifamily development? Because if you build anything over 4 units, you're in multifamily, right? So what if y'all wanted to maybe build something sometime, buy a piece of land? Oh, Bray, is it close to your birthday? That's awesome. But how about buy a piece of land somewhere and build something on it? That's interesting. People don't think about that much, but land, that's going to be spoken about there. So you got mortgage notes, you got land development, land entitlement, land investing. You've got apartment development or building. What else do we have on there? Oh, passive investing. So we're going to talk about investing money into a fund rather than having to be the operator, and how investing into a hedge fund works or a real estate fund works. There's also going to be a trust attorney talking about all sorts of different types of trusts and how to protect your family, protect your assets. There's going to be a retirement account expert on there to talk about individual retirement accounts and how to really maximize your retirement and bust that to a high level. And so there's going to be great stuff, right, guys? But like from mortgage notes to land to apartment or multifamily development to investing into an investment fund and how investment funds work, to trust, how to protect your assets and your family, to retirement account investing. You guys, what would you want to learn about the most there? What would excite you the most out of all of that? From notes to land to apartment or multifamily development to passive investing into an investment fund to investing with your retirement accounts, HSAs, IRAs, 401ks. What would you want to learn about the most, or what would jazz you the most to learn about there out of all those subjects? Curious. Would it be notes, land, development, investing into a fund, retirement accounts, trusts? What would be your thing you'd be jazzed to learn about? Or would you just say all? Say, of course, all of it is beneficial. All of it is awesome. That's why we've built it that way. But all right. So a little warm up set there. So what would you want to learn about the most, y'all? I really have to find my little cameraman. I don't know where my little cameraman went, but I do have a little cameraman that makes it easy for you guys to follow along with me. But you know what? I don't know where my little cameraman went. I have lost him. So we're going to have to just make you guys mobile today like this, I guess. But that is so weird. Do you guys love that when you just like misplace something? Something that should be obviously right there, and you misplace it and you just can't find it? I hate those times. I'm one of those guys that goes nuts, and I'll like do anything to find it, tear the whole house up. But anyway, we won't be doing that right now because we're having a chit chat. So what do you guys think? What would you be most interested in learning about? Let me hear you guys in the chat. What would you be most interested in learning about if you had the chance to learn from a real expert or operator in that space? Would it be an investment fund, how to run one, how they work, how to invest in one, why it's cool to invest into a fund? That's one. Mortgage notes, the paper side of real estate. Would it be multifamily or multifamily development? Would it be land? And would it be how to maximize your IRA? What would be like the thing you'd be most stoked to learn? Or would it be all that? But the point of the matter is, it is going to be all that. So that's pretty badass, right? April 11th and 12th, Saturday and Sunday. We're going to have all that. 2 days, 2-day virtual event. We're going to have mortgage notes. We're going to have apartment development. We're going to have land investing. We're going to have how to protect your assets with the right trust structures, individual retirement account, 401k, HSA, how to maximize your retirement. It's going to be pretty badass. And it's only going to be $97. So I think that the real thing is everything's meant to happen for a reason. And so when we have to cancel the CashFlow Conference at sea because of what's going on in Mexico, because we were on, going to do a boat cruise to Cabo, but it was expensive. Not a whole ton of people were going to be able to join. It was going to be a specific audience. Obviously, people who could take a week off work, people that could pay thousands of dollars to bring their family on a cruise or whatever, to be able to come enjoy it. Now all you guys can enjoy it. Everybody can enjoy it because it's $97. Oh, Andy, I know somebody was just saying. So Andy's on, and Andy said, sorry, he's late. They had a blizzard. So, yeah, some folks were on here, Andy, just a minute ago, saying that they were in Missouri and that it's snowing out there in Joplin. Yeah, Bray was saying in Joplin, it was snowing and they were saying it's snowing right now. Snowed last night. I see that back in the chat. Snowing last night, snowing right now. And then Andy hops on and says he's late. There's a blizzard. Well, damn, dude. That's wild. We were laughing earlier a little bit, Andy. You're just being a little funny about it, going, yeah, well, there's a lot of things we can say is goofy about San Diego or goofy about the state of California. Everybody's got their opinions, right? But boy, I tell you, every time I go anywhere across the United States, whenever I'm on the way back to San Diego, I always feel pretty good about it, man. It's there's something to be said about perfect weather all the time, for sure. But welcome in, Andy. We're talking about the flip up. So Andy knows we had to kind of cancel the CashFlow Conference at Sea to Cabo and switch it to a virtual event. But that's what we're talking about, Andy, switching it to virtual event. Coming up April 11th and 12th, which is the virtual event, the virtual CashFlow Conference. And I was kind of getting into seeing if guys would participate, Andy, with me here today, and just put in the comments whether it would be mortgage notes, land, multifamily development, retirement accounts, trust structures, what people would really want to learn about the most. So seeing if people would put it in the chat, what would jazz them the most? If you were going to go to a real estate conference, what would it be? Andy, and you are late, huh, buddy? Andy, we placed 5th, and I thought I was not in the money, but what happened is I got a text last night from my playing partner and said, hey, yo, we won money anyways. And I was like, what? And I looked, and they paid through 5th place. So there was some positive to that. We got 5th place in the tournament out of like 40 or 50 teams. 5th place, and we're like, hey, good job, bro. We just didn't quite get there. And we thought they paid out money 1st through 3rd, but they ended up paying money 1st through 5th. So we won $100, and I got closest to the pin on hole 9, so I won a dozen golf balls, But it made it all worth it. It was fun. It was fun anyways. But what's up, Dak Dog? Been a minute. How you been? Hope you had a good weekend. So, guys, who wants to go to this? Or let me just say, drop a 1 in the comments if you think that this is something you would attend, that you could afford, right? Drop a number 1 down if you could afford $97. We think that's a pretty good price for the delivery of the information we're going to give, right? So 2-day conference, switched from a Cabo cruise for a week. It was called the CashFlow Conference at Sea. We were promoting it. We had it. Everything was going great. And then that turmoil happened in Mexico. No more event in Mexico. We switched it to a virtual 2-day event. And this virtual 2-day event now is April 11th and 12th. And it's $97. It's badass, right? So we're going to learn about all that, which is cool, right? I was just wondering what you guys would be most jazzed about learning. But we've got mortgage notes. I'm going to be talking about mortgage notes and sharing real case studies and how to leverage OPM and how all that works. So that's what my speaking spot. My partner is talking about investing into a fund and what that looks like versus, somebody who wants to learn everything and be an operator, but it's somebody that just has money to invest and may want to invest into a fund. So we're talking about fund management, even maybe you want to start your own investment fund someday. So that's going to be spoken about. The multifamily development, you guys, we're involved in building some apartments right now out in Florida, but multifamily development really is 4 units or more. So who knows, maybe you want to build a little quadplex someday, or maybe you want to build something someday in your future. So you're going to learn about development from land to actual physical development, which is pretty slick. One of the big things is most people don't have proper structure to protect their family's wealth and that kind of thing and pass it along. So we're also talking about the proper trusts, family trusts, dynasty trusts, and these kind of protective layers to put around your assets, your belongings, protect you, protect your family. And we're talking about retirement account investing. So people who have IRAs, 401ks, SEPs, all those kind of programs, how can you really maximize those investment accounts to where you can live a nice, healthy retirement life? And there's going to be some sub-subjects in there, guys, right? Because a roundabout way, it all comes back down to life insurance and banking and infinite banking, being your own family bank. So all that good stuff, guys. So we're really having this cash flow conference, man. It's going to be slick. April 11th and 12th, Saturday and Sunday. Oh yeah. Andy's saying you can come and go. You can pop in. You can, you don't have to be there all day long, but you can pop in on a speaker that you really like or something like that. There's Q&A, there's networking, there's a vendor area. It's going to be pretty cool. We have a software that allows us to host almost a real conference, but virtually. So it's not just a Zoom call. It's going to be really cool. Yep. We're going to get the first 100 people in at $97. Yep. If honestly, guys, with my audience, because I love my YouTube live audience, Andy, you know what's up. I'm the host of it. So anybody from my YouTube audience, no matter what time it is in the game, can get onto this conference for $97. That's my promise to my crew, my YouTube crew. But $97, man. Whew. $97, 2-day conference, notes, land, investing into a fund, multifamily development, trusts and structure, infinite banking, life insurance, and how to use your individual retirement account, IRA, SEP, 401k to crush it so that you can have a better retirement life. So it's going to be bad ace if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be bad ace if you ask me. And I think, guys, and what do you think? What's your opinion, guys? Do you think that there's going to be a lot of people now that can get the content since it's $97? Whereas the Cabo cruise was going to be, thousands of dollars minimum for most people. And some people would have to travel all the way to Southern California, the port of Los Angeles, get on a cruise ship for a whole week and all that. So, I mean, guys, the Cabo cruise was awesome. And we're going to do this cash flow conference at sea next year. We're going to reschedule it for next year. But now that it's virtual, I think we can help a lot more people. So for $97 and it being virtual, April 11th and 12th, and having all those subjects to learn about, very, very in-depth information on those subjects, pretty much covering everything, guys. Pretty much covering everything except for how to be a landlord on a single family property. I think there's enough people out there to teach you that. Just go hang out with Pace Morby for a minute. He'll show you all the tricks, right? But certainly things that are alternative, that aren't too mainstream, you can come learn about. Yeah, oh, Poncho, that's a bummer. You won't be available that weekend? Lame-o. Yeah, of course it's going to be recorded. Yes, it's going to be recorded. And I think because there's not the same networking type experience and there's not the same vibe of being live at this virtual conference, the replay will be a little bit less, right? I think it's going to be like $49 or something like that. So like $49, you can get the replay, get all the content, all the speakers, so that you don't miss everything. So yes, it's going to be recorded and we will put a replay out there. Yep. Andy said, yes, Pancho, we will have replays for sure. I think it's pretty cool, man. Because these speakers we were having line up, right? Like understand when we're hosting a cash flow conference at sea on a Cabo boat cruise, we remember too, all the speakers, all the speakers and the team and the staff and everybody has to also go on the boat cruise. So it was going to be super cool. It's a rad idea. We're going to reschedule the cash flow conference at sea boat cruise conference. We're going to reschedule for next year. But since we were heading to Mexico, we had to call it a ixnay. And instead of quitting on this whole thing and just wiping it and saying, let's just, really plan for next year now, we said, no. The speakers are lined up. Everybody was planning on this. There's a lot of people that were, excited to hear about this information, these great speakers we're having on this at this conference. And we just didn't want to let everybody down. So it's like flip, pow. Now we go virtual, April 11th and 12th, same speakers, same valuable content, just not a boat cruise. And it's only $97. Poncho says, excelente. I think it's pretty excelente as well. I really do. I think it is excelente. What a good value too, guys. $97. You have no idea the breadth of knowledge or breadth. What am I trying to say here? Let's just say, guys, the speakers are going to be excellent. Amazing speakers, guys. High level, real high level. As far as like years of experience in the game, as far as elder wisdom, and as far as those kinds of things, I'm probably the least experienced speaker in the lineup. So I know people love listening to me. Wealth of knowledge. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. I don't know where I was thinking of breadth. I don't know. Anyways, yes, there's going to be a wealth of knowledge, amazing wealth of knowledge, guys. Like there's people that I believe intensely that whenever I'm around them, I listen very carefully. And whenever I'm around them, I think it's a blessing that I get to sit and listen to them speak. That's how sometimes I believe how smart these guys are. Some of the guys that are speaking, just sickening. I think one of the guys, his company's done over $2 billion in real estate development. Sick. Can you imagine that? $2 billion in real estate development. But that's who's going to be telling you guys about land. Bada boom. So, yeah, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be so cool. I think it's just going to allow a lot of people to join where otherwise they wouldn't have been able to, right? But I'm curious, guys, what would you want to learn about more? What would drive you to pay $97 for a ticket and then chime in, or even $49 for the recording of it? What would light you up the most? What would be something you'd go, ooh, I want to learn more about that? Would it be land, multifamily development, mortgage notes, the paper side of real estate? Would it be trust structures? Would it be investing into a fund? Would it be how to maximize your retirement account? What would be the number one thing that would jazz you? What would you want to learn about? This network will elevate your game. Yep, absolutely. It's all dude. That's what it's about, guys. It's about elevating your game. That's really what it's about. And the more you learn, the more you know, the more powerful you become. And the more people you can surround yourself with, and the more relationships you can make with people that are at a higher level, the better your life will become. So that's why we decided not to cancel this whole damn thing. You know what I'm saying? We didn't want to cancel it and just go, you know what? Forget about it. What a bummer. There's some turmoil in Mexico. Let's cancel the Cabo cruise. And, bummer. Everybody's disappointed. Return fees, return tickets. We wasted marketing dollars. Whatever. You know what? Let's just really pump it up for next year, guys. That's where the plan was. And he said, no. We got the speakers lined up. We got people like counting on us. They want this information. So let's do it anyways. We'll go virtual. So yeah, Andy wants to learn how to maximize the retirement. What's up, Bray? Welcome back. Andy, how to maximize retirement late in life. Yes. Well, I got to tell you something, man. Desi is going to be there speaking about investing into a fund passively, and apartment development. And of course, Desi wrote a book called The Family Circle of Wealth when talking about how to maximize retirement later in life. Desi was broke at 60 years old after a very successful life, but got wiped out in 2008 when the market crashed. And so Desi was a guy who was pretty much broke at 60 years old and very much back to wealthy and built up a great retirement and a great financial structure for himself and his family. And now he's 72 years old. So great person to listen to about building wealth at no matter what age. Yeah. Super cool. I love when Gary Vee talks a little bit about how people have, they give up when they get past 40 or something like that, and they think they're old. Yeah. And it's not true. If you look at some of the most successful business owners and things like that, some of them didn't invent their business until 40s, 50s, or 60s. So, yeah, it is cool, Bray. It's interesting about people who have the knowledge, right? We talk about knowledge is power. That's why coming to the virtual conference on the 11th and 12th of April might be a good idea, right? For $97. Not only the network you're building, surrounding yourself with different people, but what you learn and what you're capable of is very telling on what people are able to do by building wealth, right? Sometimes it's the person, not the, I guess it's the person, not the path, right? So it's amazing that you see a lot of people that have built a lot of wealth because they have learned how to. And then they go broke. Something happens. They get wiped out. And it's like they don't give up. They know how to build wealth. So when they know how to, they get back to it and they build wealth again, right? And a lot of times when you see somebody who's very wealthy, they've been wealthy and lost it all a couple times along the road. It's never a smooth road like we think it should be. So anyways, yeah, there's going to be people like that on there to listen to. And, you know, some of these guys, like I'm telling you, this is what's crazy, right? Some of these guys charge $1,000 an hour or more to talk to you. One-on-one coaching, that kind of thing. Like $1,000 or more per hour, which is worth it with these people. Worth it. And for $97, people are going to be able to come listen to like 8 different speakers of that caliber. And also network and get people in your circle. Because the virtual event, like I said, that we're doing, we're using a software that actually runs an event, but virtually. So like a vendor area, we're going to have all sorts of stuff, guys. It's going to be wild, way overvalued for $97. So it's pretty exciting, actually. Everything's meant to happen for a reason. And I believe we're going to be able to help a lot more people now. You know, I figure tons more people for $97 will be able to enjoy this and get the juice versus how many we're going to be able to come on a boat cruise to Cabo San Lucas, right? It's a big difference in numbers of people that can get this information now. So everything happens for a reason. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. But I know you guys are going to go, and I don't even have the link. I didn't put the link in yet. I just wanted to discuss it today because it's brand new idea. We have our first meeting this morning here in about an hour or two. We have our first meeting to go over this new software we're going to use to run this virtual event. And we got like about a month to prepare. So I know a lot of my audience members will go because why wouldn't you? Frankly, why wouldn't you invest $97? And you know what? I got we got some truckers on here that are like driving a lot, maybe driving across the country. We got people that listen to me while they're at work. We got people that listen to me through their headphones while they're in the gym. We got people that listen to me just because they're sitting at home. And so isn't it great that in all that aspect of people that are able to listen to me on this YouTube, people that are sitting at home, people that are driving a truck across the country, people that are at the gym working out and got the earbuds in or whatever it may be, for $97 for 2 damn days are going to be able to listen to some amazing information when it comes to real estate related investing, asset protection, structure, retirement account investing, how to maximize your damn financial life, man. And then what I like is that who knows what you want to do as an operator. If you want to get into single family, multifamily, apartment development, syndication, raising capital, buying mortgage notes, no matter what it may be, right? Maybe raw land. A lot of people are getting more into raw land investing now and such like that. Creative financing, infinite banking, all this stuff, all in one event for $97. Shit. I'm like, man, this is a really good opportunity for folks. So I'm kind of excited about it. Everybody will be able to come now, or anybody who really wants to come will be able to come now, which is pretty cool. All right, man. You guys are so quiet this morning. Bray's back. Awesome. It's amazing that I see people. Do you guys agree this is weird? This is weird about our society, man. It really is. People will pay for the dumbest shit all the time. People will pay for the dumbest shit all the time and not invest in themselves. It's weird. That's weird, number one. To me, anyways. It's just weird. It's just weird. Oh, number two, isn't it weird how people will pay $100,000 to go get like a communications degree? from a university. You know what I mean? And like when they get out of college with $100,000 in student debt, 4 or 5 years of their lives going to these classes, doing homework, getting grades, all this stuff, they get some like weird communications degree from a university, right? And people are willing to invest all that time and all that money into something like that. And they get out and they're not like, you know, they're just out in the job market looking for a job. They have a communications degree. You know, but people are willing to spend all sort of time and money on that. And you know, there's a lot of those people that by their principle won't spend $97 to come to this virtual conference to get this information. It's just wild, man. Like in one weekend, somebody can learn something that can completely drastically change their whole financial future and their family's financial outlook for $97 in one weekend. They can learn something like that. Whereas people spend 4, 5, 6, 10 years going to college and get these goofy degrees like communications or whatever that are just like the, you know, the run of the mill college degree, which means you really didn't know what you wanted to major. You really didn't know what you wanted to major in. And so you majored in communications. Yeah. That kind of thing. But it's like, dude, people are willing to spend so much money and so much time and so much effort for shit that does not get them anywhere, really. And so anyways, for somebody could totally flip their life around and learn something in one weekend that could change their whole future. And we're doing it for $97. There's going to be people by principle that won't pay the $97. That's so wild to me. Yeah. You guys feel that same way? It's crazy. It's so crazy. I get that there was a lot of people that weren't going to be able to come on the Cabo boat cruise. That's why I'm excited that we switched it to virtuals. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't faulting people for going, bro, that's a week and it's going to cost me $5,000, man. I want to go to your conference, but it's just, ugh. I'm like, yeah, okay, I get it. But now $97, shit. Yo, Dexter, what's up, dude? I was asking if you were in town or if you were driving around. Oh, are you here? You sucker. How funny is this guy? Yo, open the door, he said. See what's up. All right. Here, we'll mic you up today. You need a seat? Now I got to get you a seat. Hey, Dexter showed up again.
Hey, are you working out, man?
Unannounced. 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 He shows up. You don't even. Here, I'm going to get you a seat, okay? What? What the hell? You got a little short yellow bus? Dexter was reminiscing about what used to pick him up to take him to school, and he bought one. No way. Do you see what Dexter got? Hold on a second. Here, hold on a second. Let me mic you. Yes, Poncho, that is cool. We will be able to go to the conference without having to leave town, without having to mess with your fam bam. So let's put this on you. There you go.
Mic check, baby. Mic check.
Can you hear
Mic
Dexter?
Check. Mic check. Let me see. Is my guys on there? Christian on there?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, I don't know if you guys can hear him. Do check 1, 2, 3.
Check 1, 2, 3.
Can you hear Dexter well? Do you guys got to see what he pulled up in real quick, dude? It's tripping me out. Let me grab my.
It's nothing like this.
let me grab my coffee. Dexter said his new ride ain't nothing like my car. I got this.
Actually, I did find one yesterday.
This?
Somebody's like trying to like get rid of it, and it's a steal.
That's why I bought that.
Yeah.
I found the same thing. You guys got to see what Dexter rolled up in. Hold on a second. You're going to trip out, dude. This is how Dexter rolls up to my house, you guys. Dexter. Dexter will roll up to my house, knock on my garage door during my live, say, "Open the door, I'm at your house." And then he came in and he said, "Hey, look out there in your driveway. Look outside. Look what I pulled up in. I'm gonna show you guys this." Look at what he pulled up in at my house. Do you see that school bus? That's what Dexter drove up to my house in, is that school bus, the little short bus right there. That's what Dexter pulled up in. He said, "Do you see my new ride? Go look at my new ride." So I'm going to have him tell you the story about that damn thing. I'm going to have him give you guys the story about that thing, dude. But while I whip a set out, tell him what the hell that's all about, dude. Dexter's got to tell you about his school bus adventures.
Well, a few facts that I do know is that school buses are some of the best built, solid vehicles. And I know that because
I used to ride in the little short bus when I was a kid.
Yeah, I used to ride in the school bus, and I know the specs for the bus. It has to be built a certain way because they transport some of the most precious cargo, and just in case there's like any mishaps, accidents, or anything like that. Like for example, I know the roof on a school bus is like reinforced just in case it flips over. The roof doesn't clash in like a motorhome or anything like that. And just being able to retro the bus is a lot easier to do than something else, and you can get it at a discount.
We don't want to hear this shit. We don't want to hear the shit.
I mean,
pulls up in a fucking school bus. This guy,
yeah,
unbelievable. What are you gonna do? Convert it into a little mobile home or motor home or whatever? Are you putting a bed in there or what?
No, the bed's already in there. I got the bed, which is cool.
Got the bed in there?
I got the bed in
You're
there.
going to customize it?
Yeah.
You're going to need somebody like me who knows how to use tools, so let me know if you need help with any of your customizations.
I know how to use some tools.
You're working out this morning?
I might do a set.
Or do some sets?
I may do a set. I'm on my way to a body appointment. I'm getting some custom insoles.
For your feet?
For my hands.
They make insoles for your hands?
No.
I know, I'm fucking with you. Shut up.
I'm fucking with you. For your feet? No. Isn't that funny how somebody will ask you a question that they already know the answer to?
Don't listen to him. He has a little short retard bus.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I rode one. Now I'm driving one.
Yep, Streeper, you got it. Probably great to transform into a little RV and go across the country. Hell
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, you want to?
Dude's on there. Justin's on there.
Hey, that's so funny. Yeah, Justin's on here. You know, he's so funny. Somebody said, hold up. Poncho said, "Oh no, my HOA is gonna get me some hell now because you parked the bus on the street." That's so funny. Classic. Streeper said, "Nah, he's got you on the customizing of the bus. Leave Patrick to the note investing." He said.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, stay in your lane.
The only thing I can't do is engine work. I'm not a automotive guy, but woodworking and metal shop. I took 4 years of metal shop, so hey, I'm capable. Forget you guys, man. I know how to do stuff.
Right.
That's funny. So, Dexter.
Yeah.
Before I put weight on that bar, do you want to lift some of them up?
Sure.
You're welcome to. I'm gonna make Dexter work out a little bit.
Challenge.
It's just the Olympic bar. It's just the Olympic bar. It ain't nothing. Just a little mini workout. No biggie.
Yeah, that's always support.
What are you doing with your legs, man?
It's called support.
That's weird.
I know.
Put your feet on the ground. Weirdo.
Oh man, I don't want them looking in between my thighs, bro.
But I know, like Dexter might not have been able to go on the Cabo cruise because Dexter's working hard, and driving and doing all these things. But I know Dexter will be able to go for a 2-day virtual event and listen into the speakers
Oh, absolutely.
for $97.
Absolutely. For $97, that's all you charging?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's $97.
I mean, it's always a great value. I have paid $97 for a virtual event happily, and I've met people on there, and I've made more than $97 just from networking and seeing what other people have done. And like another thing that's been encouraging, because I have met other people like Justin on another virtual, and Justin's on the East Coast. I don't remember exactly where he's at, but I know he's on the East Coast. And then we came together in the middle in Dallas, and I think that's the first time that I ever met Justin. And I'm a big advocate of earn while you learn. And I remember having a conversation with Justin, and I'm like, if you're able, you get in and you earn while you learn. And as you're earning while you're learning, you get better just by showing up.
Earning while you're learning. Now I got to get my chest to burning. Move. Yep. All right. He's right, though. Yeah. Definitely correct.
Yeah.
I met Dexter at a real estate investing event.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. You can barely hear Dexter. Well, you know what?
Maybe I'm not talking loud enough.
I don't know. Maybe your mic's not on or something. I don't know.
Well, maybe
And I don't think you talk. You don't talk loud like me. So.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Streeper said in Dallas was your first face-to-face and definitely was worth it.
Yep.
And sorry, Poncho. I do talk very loudly. And so, Dexter, here, let me see if I can.
Well, you know what? Yeah, even Justin said that I talk like monotone.
Let's try this.
So maybe I'm just not talking loud enough.
Okay, there, that might be better.
Okay.
That might be better, but Dexter's nice, soft-spoken gentleman. You know what I mean? He ain't like me, all wild and rascally. He ain't all wild and rascally like Patrick. He's a very soft-spoken gentleman. I'm more of a Tasmanian devil. He's kind of like an Eeyore. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of like Eeyore, but he's not talking about everything bad. He just talks like Eeyore, and he said, how you doing today? Dexter said, it's going good. It's going pretty good. How about yourself? Yep.
You just warming up at the bar, huh?
Yeah, I have that shoulder injury, man. I'm still really scared of it, my right shoulder.
Sure.
And I feel like I really need to be careful. Because, like, right now it hurts. And I know if I would have slapped 45s on here, I might have ripped something.
Right.
So I have to be really careful with my right shoulder. That's why I got that brace up there.
Yeah.
Because normally, like, if I had a guy like you in here with me, spotting me.
Yeah.
And I would just say, hey, dude, help me out here.
Right.
Push me up on the last couple sets or whatever.
Okay.
But I don't have anybody usually in here. So I got that little strap. And all it does is, like, at the very bottom down here where your shit's the most tweaked, it kind of helps you right at the bottom to get it to about here.
Sure.
All it does, it's just like a little help at the bottom.
Oh, gotcha.
And then you've got to press the rest up because it's just like
Right.
an elastic strap.
Right.
But, yeah, so now it feels good. See, now I can do a bunch a little faster. And I do kind of different angles.
You did golf this weekend, right?
Yeah, I just played in the tournament. We got 5th. And I thought they only paid money out 1st through 3rd. But I got a text from my homie last night and said, look at the chart. We won money anyways. So they paid out through 5th place. We won $100.
Wow.
Yeah, it was all good. It was all good.
Showing up and having fun.
It was, dude. And the weather. I mean, we were talking about the weather over here is sickening, right?
Man.
Everybody's talking about they're snowed out right now. Andy, snow. They're in St. Louis or near St. Louis, Missouri. Snow.
Sure.
There's a blizzard and snow right now.
Oh, you know what?
I'm like,
right.
damn.
Yeah. Our weather
sucks.
is our heat wave.
Yeah,
That's what we got going on.
Fuck. Excuse me. That sucks, bro. Yeah, Dexter's like, everybody over here is talking about the heat wave we have going on. I'm like, shit, that's truth.
Right.
That's the truth, dude.
Wake up cold, but Man,
That's so funny, man.
Definitely comes.
Yeah, you do talk quietly, man. You know that? I bet they're having trouble hearing what you're saying because you talk so quietly into the microphone. All right, so we're going to try this out, and hopefully we don't get injured. This is always the scary part. Dexter.
What was the topic this morning?
We're just talking about how we switched up the conference to virtual, right? And
okay.
It's happening April 10th and 11th. Or excuse me, April 11th and 12th, which is Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
So April 11th and 12th, Saturday and Sunday, 2-day event. It's going to be probably like 8:30 in the morning or so until like 3 or 4 in the afternoon.
Sure.
We have this new software that's going to be able to host it like an actual conference. It's pretty sick. So it's not just going to be on like Zoom.
Okay.
This software has like vendors. So we're gonna be able to bring in like cool vendors, like the title companies and the note servicing companies and stuff.
Okay.
So we'll have a vendor area where all the people that are paying $97 can also get the chance to link up with vendors for their businesses or whatever.
Sure.
And there's a networking area where people that are joining the conference can network with each other.
Okay.
And then there's the speakers, the main stage with all the speakers. And it's gonna be pretty damn sick, dude, for $97.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're just trying to recoup the amount of money we spent to have the software to run the thing.
I understand.
At the end of the day, It's like we're already in it for who knows how many G's for the Cabo cruise. Mm-hmm. So, anyways,
business.
Yeah, Streeper, I don't have the link yet. We're definitely going to. I don't know if Andy's on here. Andy may be able to drop a link. I'm not sure if we have the link up and running yet. We may have it up and running. I'm not sure. We have a meeting here in about an hour or so to discuss all this. Yeah, one of my guys, Bray, says it's so cold right now in Joplin, in Missouri.
Oh, Missouri. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Frozen.
Wow.
Frozen. Yep. So cold in Joplin. Hell yeah. Poncho can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
Cool.
Perfect.
Where is Poncho?
Yeah, I know Eeyore's depressing, but Dex is always happy for sure.
Where's Poncho coming in from?
Streeper said he's definitely grateful to have you in the circle, homie.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, good to know, man.
Hell yeah. All right, so hopefully I don't get injured right now. This always freaks me out. This first set of these heaviers. A quick 20 twin. Let's go. Ooh. Quick 20 twin.
Yeah, I am going to do that
97?
that 90-pound curl again.
Andy, do we have a link to the to buy the $97 ticket to the event yet? I know we're going to have a meeting here in just a minute to talk about it. But I gotta stretch now. I feel like if you can do 20, what happens? It stops my life for 5 seconds. So good. Sorry, I got a call. But if you can do 20 reps with 135 pounds, I feel like that's a really good feat for most men as far as strength and endurance wise. I mean, just with bench pressing endurance, I mean.
Right.
Not marathon endurance. Because I certainly couldn't run a marathon right now. I'll tell you that.
You could walk it.
I could speed walk it.
Yeah. Yeah, you know how those dudes be going.
The hips.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. Good job, man. Getting nice and warm.
Yeah. Yeah, not nice and warm. That shoulder injury, my right shoulder is freaking just toast. Yeah. Sucks. I used to be able to put 245 plates on each side and bust some out, you know what I'm saying, back in the heyday. You know what I mean?
Glory days, baby.
Bro,
Glory days.
I came out here. I was getting up there again. I had 185 on here, and I was doing good. It was like my 4th or 5th month of working out when I first started all this.
Sure.
Everything was starting to get back in shape. I started to feel confident again. That's why I put some heavier weight on there. Right. I was in my 2nd set, bro. It wasn't like I wasn't warmed up. I was in like my 2nd set. Right. Rep 8, whatever. And I came down, and that right shoulder just said,
yeah. Said,
something
hello.
tore, and I got stuck.
Said, hello, hi.
I got stuck with the bar on me.
Oh.
No one was in here.
Oh.
I'm like, oh shit.
Please, please.
Yeah, bro. It was so lame.
Safety.
Yeah, totally tore. I thought I was gonna have to have surgery or something, and I think I probably should have, but so I'm trying. I worked around it and got all the muscles around it strong enough now, but it still scares the shit out of me. Yeah.
Ooh, fine gentleman's giving you some compliments, bro.
Oh, we finally got a dope. That's awesome. It's our first troll of the day. Well, hey, that's cool, dude. Yeah. We should give prizes. I should give prizes out. I was thinking just to be like, hey, first troll of the day. I should give like a blue ribbon or something, huh?
Yeah.
So funny. Don't skip leg days. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. When is leg days? Wednesdays?
Fucking Wednesdays if my knee will let me.
Okay.
I was walking down the stairs this morning and every step went click, click, clack, click. My right knee.
Oh, yeah.
My doctor says I'm not supposed to do anything like that. That's why, if anything, I should ride the bike. It'd be, but heavy squats, jump squats, and all that shit. Not good. Which one?
Come on, really? Why would they even ask that question?
Which one would win in the 100-meter dash? Kidding me?
Come on, really?
Dexter would take off from the starting line and pull something. Oh. And Dexter would pull a hammy. It's funny. Yeah. Not good. They call it a labrum tear. So labrum tear happens and he said, prove it. Yeah. Well, we're not going to go running down the street right now in my neighborhood.
Not at all.
Because you know how that would look in my neighborhood. Mm-hmm. I'm a predominantly white neighborhood here. Yeah. My neighbor there is African American. He's the great guy. Predominantly white. So if I race you down the street here, mm-hmm. I'm gonna win. So when I'm ahead of you, all it's gonna look like is I'm running away from a dude in a beanie.
Exactly.
And there could be no, we're not.
But then if I'm beating you,
yeah, if you're winning,
they'll probably shoot me because they'll think that you're chasing.
Yeah, they go, we got him. We'll help you get him. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's funny.
That is funny. Mm-hmm. That is kind of funny. Oh jeez. At least we can joke about it, you know. It's fucking hilarious. Yeah. That's so funny, bro.
It is.
It is. It doesn't matter. We're screwed. Whoever wins the race, we're still in trouble.
Exactly.
Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah.
Classic. So, at least we have some comedy in the show today.
Right.
A little laughs. It's so funny, dude. Oh my gosh. Back to another set of bench press. Andy says Dexter has a radio voice, yeah?
Yeah. Run to the short bus and back. Yeah. Nah, bro, we are good with that today.
Hey, if the HOA comes and busts me right now, I'm gonna go grab the crutches from over there, mm-hmm. and I want you just to act like I'm bringing you out to the bus to take you somewhere. You say, I'm gonna say, oh my buddy.
There it is, because you never. What is that group? The disability group. I mean, they're very, very powerful too.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't ever want to mess with them. HOA.
That's so fun. Hey, Bray, thanks for the subscription, man. Certainly, we're talking about more in-depth knowledge and throwing nuggets out today. But today was just the subject of switching the Cabo cruise over to this virtual event. Dexter showed up in the little short bus. It's like you can never predict what's going to happen when you're live, right?
Right.
That's why there's a Saturday Night Live and mm-hmm. weird stuff used to happen on there. Yeah, when you're live, you never know what's going to happen over here at the Dungeon Garage Gym of Patrick's house.
Right. That's why that's why you got to just show
It's funny, the people on the live, they assume probably because this is my dungeon workshop and like how it looks, because this is my area of the house. Sure. The rest of the house controlled by the ladies. Right. They don't like this area, right? Why? I don't keep it clean. I keep tools out and stuff, right? Like I do. It's cold. It don't look good. Right. I got, so that's why I keep it like this. But the people who come on here don't know me. They think the inside of my house probably look like this too.
Right.
The haters are always saying, "You're broke. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what you're talking about."
Yeah.
So funny.
Of course.
Ouch. See, I want to keep the garage the workshop. It's for the men out here.
Right.
That's so funny. What's up, Poncho? That is funny, right? Oh my gosh. All right, don't die. Come on, shoulder. Come on, shoulder. Don't let me down now. So, who's game? Drop a number 1 in the comments if you want to go April 11th and 12th. Or if you can't go April 11th and 12th, you'll buy the replay. But you want to learn about notes, land, trusts, retirement account investing, asset protection, passive cash flow, investing into a fund, network, get to know some vendors, and rep it out like that.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah, Streeper's going. I know Bray's going. Dexter's in. For sure, for sure. Mm-hmm. What's going to be cool is we're going to try to get people to use their networks, right? And put it out. That's kind of be our focus goal because since we switched this to virtual so quickly, we have like 4 weeks to market it, sell tickets, and prepare for it, right? It's kind of flip-flop. So I'm going to be hoping that you guys, right? Andy and Streeper and Dexter and Poncho and all you guys, that if you're going to join us and get a ticket, that when we have the links up and the landing pages and stuff ready to go, that you guys will all spread it to your networks and people you know that might want to come learn about some more real estate investing strategies and such, wealth protection strategies, yeah. And we feel like if we can get the right people in, that will share it to their networks.
Right.
We feel like it could be a success in that short amount of time. But running a Facebook ad now for this thing, we got 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Running a Facebook ad. Hey, join us at this virtual real estate event. Check it out.
Right.
That's going to be a lot of money spent, not a lot of attendance. Right. So we're going to use our networks this time, internal networks and exterior networks, and try to see if, like the vendors, right? So if I'm bringing on like Nathan Turner, my buddy Nathan Turner runs the Diversified Mortgage Expo. It's the DME, and it's coming up the first week of May, like 2 weeks or 3 weeks after this, right? After our virtual event. So I'm going to bring Nathan on.
Okay.
Nathan's going to come on, and Nathan's going to allow me to share our virtual event with his whole network.
Oh, beautiful.
And then when he's there as a sponsor, we're going to be promoting that people 2-3 weeks later get themselves out to Nashville, Tennessee to go to DME. So we're going to co-promote, right?
Okay.
So he has a big network. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's our thought process. So if you guys have a big network or whatever, it'll be really great. Bray, tell Dexter that I do archery and that he's going to state. One of my audience members today is an archer going to the state championship competition for archery.
Oh, nice.
Pretty slick, right?
Yeah, that is slick.
I was saying I used to shoot bows and arrows when I was a kid, but it was like we're so old. I said that's when compound bows were just coming out. Like the technology of compound bows wasn't there yet. Now, them compound bows are sick.
I know.
Wild.
Yeah. Yeah. Who needs the gun when you can use it?
Dog, I'm telling you, it don't make no noise. You want to see an arrow come in, you're like, hey, how you doing?
Right.
Yeah. No gun pop in a bow and arrow. That's for sure. Do you remember the I'll get the replay. Yeah, I know Poncho can't go. He's busy on 11th and 12th, so get the replay for sure. So Bray, what's up with that? I remember the leather arm brace, you'd wear because when you'd let go of the string, it would flap you sometimes.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Remember those? They still have those, and I remember they used to make. And he's going to nationals too. They used to make the
where's he at?
The little 3-finger leather thing too back in the day. Now they have these triggers, right? Now they have the triggers where you grab the string with like a
really?
little okay. But they used to grab with your fingers back, still in the old days. And they had the leather piece to keep your fingers from getting raw and that little patch on your arm there, leather pad. Where are you at, Bray? What part of town are you in? I think St. Louis. I think.
Oh, okay.
Or not near St. Louis.
Okay, he's not like local
no.
Here, 'cause I was gonna say, I'm that person that'll show up to check it out.
Oh, we know you'll show up. Don't tell Dexter where you're shooting bow and arrow unless you want him to show up. And he's a trucker. You may not even want to say now. He would show up in Joplin and be, what's up?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
But yeah, sharing your knowledge and sharing what rooms you're going
You could turn
into
the camera to you.
is always good.
Dex, you could turn the camera to you if you want.
No.
No, they want to see you if you're
They
talking.
they can see you.
You're going to do my voiceover?
Sharing your information is always good. Like, for example, I shared your live with Justin Streeper. I shared your live with Christian. And, Justin's already committed because Justin knows the value that's going to come out of it. Once Christian finds out and he gets on here, or, once I tell him, I'm sure that he will sign up. And then, like I said, that's how you create your network and net worth as well, too. Because, I learned being stingy, with my stuff, it doesn't benefit or help anybody, right? I mean, it just makes sense.
Well, people, it's funny. Do you ever remember somebody saying when you were a kid, what if everybody died on the whole planet Earth and you were the only one left?
That's true.
That would suck.
A lot.
It would suck.
It would.
There isn't anybody to collaborate with. There's nobody to ask questions. There's nobody to love. There's nobody to love you. There's nobody nothing. So think about it that way. Then you think that every fucking thing we do, period, is the people. Mm-hmm. It's the people, the network, and the relationships, period. You ain't going to get into being wealthy. You ain't going to get into, look, the wealthy people, I was noticing, the wealthy people get the Bugattis and get the Ferraris before they come out to the public, right?
Right.
That ain't just because they're wealthy. The wealth gets them into the club, but they got to make relationships with the people. You know what I'm saying? They got to go shake hands with the dude at the Ferrari dealership or the top dog. Oh, yeah. They got to introduce, they got to look good, they got to make an impression, they got to do all that, prove themselves. Then they get on the list, right?
Right.
How do we get ourselves on those lists?
Yeah.
Step up and get ourselves on newer, better lists is because you step up and you put yourself in position to make relationships with new people. That's it. Without the people, forget it.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. And people's word is always good too. If you say you're gonna do it, make sure you do it.
No
if
doubt.
you say you're gonna show up, show up.
Yeah.
I tell people show up all the time. Like, for example, people that I do business with, I tell them all the time, hey, if you know where I live, pull up. Especially if you have an opportunity.
Yeah.
I'm like, let me make the decision whether or not I want to do it or not. Don't do it in your head and go, Dex probably won't want to do this because you just never know. And then just transitioning back to that, this event, I mean, you're not paying me to do this or anything like that, but I just know paying $97 is a drop in the bucket.
For the people, some of the people are beyond here speaking.
Right.
So it's going to be such a sick value.
Yeah. And being able to connect with those people later and talk to them and have those like side conversations with them. I mean, yeah, paying $97 and then they put you in the room where let's just say that you make $300 from somebody else. So let me see.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, Justin. Yeah, I need to be around people that can take initiative. That's all.
Yeah, wasn't he sick?
You know what, Justin? I always say this, and I tell people this all the time. Dude, your friends and your family are sometimes the worst supporters, bro.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I have had so much more success from, what we call strangers than my own family. My family will see me make so much money doing something and still don't show up, and I'm just like, but then you want to come to me and you want to borrow this amount of money or, whatever, and I'm trying to lead you to where you can make your own money and you don't have to hear me say no. I'm like, yeah, get out of here. Take a hike. So, I also learned this too, is that family, not all family is blood. I got so much family that I mean, we don't even have the same blood, but I'm like, yeah, I show up to their kids' birthday parties, we break bread together, we have fun together, we learn together, and I say it all the time, you have to get in the right rooms and get around that, mindset. Now, I'm not saying discount your family, but
Streeper said, Streeper said 97 bucks is dinner. That ain't shit for money no more.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Dinner? No, that's just dessert, bro.
Dude, Bethany's birthday dinner was $460.
Oh, I already know. I already know.
My wife's birthday dinner was $460 the other night. I'm like, holy shnikes. Right. Stuff's getting expensive, boy.
Yeah.
If it's interesting about the points you guys were making about the network and that, because Streeper was saying he tries to get his friends to come on here.
Right.
And he tries to get his friends to go on Chris Noggles' show or whatever.
Right.
And they won't go. He said, lead a horse to water.
Right.
Motherfuckers ain't going to drink nothing.
Yeah.
Streeper stopped doing side jobs, repairing cars and all this stuff for his family members. So Streeper must be very good mechanically.
Yeah.
He's going to help you build the little bus, and his whole family wants to repair him to repair the cars. All right, I see you, Streeper. Come fix my car for me too. Come hang out in San Diego. What time is it for us, Bray? Right now, 7:56.
Yeah.
7:56 in the morning.
Yeah, if he ever wants to come out, I'll spray it and lay it. He'll have a place to stay.
That sounds
He'll have something to eat. You know, he can enjoy this sunshine. He can go to the beach. He can create his own story.
Who are you talking about, Streeper?
Streeper. Oh, absolutely.
Streeper, you got to come to San Diego, my man.
Yeah.
Come to San Diego.
Pull up. But hey, man, I got to get out of here.
You're out?
To go, go to my appointment. Get my little footsies.
You should try these. These are really hard.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, 9:56 where you're at, Bray. Streeper said Pennsylvania's cold as hell right now.
Yeah. Oh, he can definitely come out here and thaw out for sure. Quickly.
It gets warm in here pretty quick if you're working out and that sun starts to hit. Dexter, you gonna try it? Just keep your elbows kind of straight, arms a little straight, and just bring them up like that.
Keep my elbows straight.
Yeah, somewhat straight, and bring your palms up like this.
Is this stance
like
okay?
Oh, yeah.
Is this stance okay?
Yeah, you look great.
Ooh.
Yeah, like that.
Oh yeah, this is no joke, bro.
It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, I like to feel that little pull, you know, when you come up. All right, that's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right, G. Well,
if you're at 50 chance,
if you're out, I'll unmic you. I'll unmic you and get back to it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm done.
Say bye.
All right. See you later, everybody. Maybe I'll see you on that virtual. $97 is nothing, just like Justin said.
Love it. Love it, buddy. I don't think you did. Yeah. Good to see you.
Always.
See you, brother.
Probably next week.
All right, cool. Are you driving? Are you out of town or are you in town for this week?
No, I'll be tonight.
All right, then. Oh, yeah, and you get back like Thursday or something, right?
I'll be back officially. Sunday.
Okay, perfect. I'll see you, brother. So you know what's up. If you guys are ever in San Diego and you want to stop by and get a workout here in the garage gym, we're here to do it. All right. Whew. Back in action. So yeah, Dexter just stops by. Isn't that dope? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. So Pennsylvania is cold. I've heard St. Louis is cold. So I haven't looked at the weather across the U.S. right now. Is everybody just cold except for Cali or what? I have spiky hair, brothers. I don't got a cue ball. I just got hat head. I still have hair. I do want to. I may shave it just for fun though, because it's always 80 degrees out here in San Diego. It gets hot with hair. It's so funny. Andy, heat wave for you. And Dex has a hat and a sweatshirt on. Dex is like that. Dex has his pants, his sweatshirt, and his beanie on. It was a little chilly this morning, though. I mean, well, let me be fair. Not like in the 50s, not chilly, but I guess sweatshirt worthy, if you would. But But Dexter was trying some of these reps with this, and it's actually kind of hard. It works your chest pretty good and your shoulders. But no, I ain't bald underneath my hat. I just always get up out of bed and get down here. He already left. He said, blast the horn when you're leaving. That thing might not have a horn. Oh, all right, guys. Well, I won't bore you just watching me work out. You guys have any last questions about the CashFlow Conference? Once again, guys, it's happening on April 11th and 12th. And the CashFlow Conference, April 11th and 12th, is now virtual. We switched it up. The CashFlow Conference at sea was April 10th through the 15th. That was a Cabo cruise. It was going to cost thousands of dollars for people to go on this. And we just lined up some amazing speakers, and we decided to switch it to virtual. So now for $97, you guys are going to get a link here coming up pretty soon. I'm going to be dropping the link. So for $97, you guys can join this thing virtually, and it is going to be amazing. Like I said, guys, we're going to be talking about mortgage note investing. We're going to be talking about mortgage notes. We're going to be talking about apartment development, multifamily development. We're going to be talking about land investing. We're going to be talking about investing into a fund if you're a passive investor. We're also going to be talking about retirement accounts, IRAs, 401ks, SEPs, trusts, protecting your wealth, passing your wealth along to family in case something happens to you, how to properly protect yourself with the right trusts. And all of that, guys, 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, April 11th and 12th. And it's going to be virtual. It's going to be $97. We're going to get the link. Of course, you guys are all going to be on it if you're smart. And there's going to be some networking. There's going to be some learning. There's going to be some investment opportunity. There's going to be partnership opportunity. There's going to be vendors there. It's going to be pretty badass for $97. So rather than just bore you to death since we've beat that dead horse, I'm going to go ahead and finish my workout and get back to it so I can get my whole workout in. We've done a lot of talking, a lot of hanging out. It was funny getting a visit from Dexter. Of course, he'll just pop into my garage when he feels like it. It's awesome, though. Love Dexter. Love the homies. And always here to give you guys some information. So we'll be back here live tomorrow, 6:30 to 8 a.m. If you want to stick around on my channel, of course, subscribe. Hit the little notification bell. That way you can get on my lives in the mornings with me. And, you know, again, guys, I come out here to do only two different things, okay? I'm not a fitness influencer. I'm not a financial advisor, investment advisor, or any of that stuff, guys. I come on here because I'm trying to focus my life on being in the best physical shape I can be in, not comparing myself to others, just the best physical shape I can be in for myself. So I want to motivate people to do that, okay? To try to get in your best physical shape you can possibly be in right now, wherever you're starting from, whatever age you're at. And the other thing, guys, is we want to talk about financial freedom, passive cash flow, and how you guys can level up so that we can break out of this goddamn financial matrix we're stuck in, okay? We can get rid of the 9 to 5. We can stop worrying about money. We can certainly stop living paycheck to paycheck. There's opportunity for you. And that's why we're hosting this conference, okay? So this conference is going to be jam-packed. April 11th and 12th. It is a weekend, a Saturday and a Sunday. It's going to be probably from 8:30 in the morning to probably 4 o'clock in the afternoon with some little breaks in between. 8 or so great speakers, fantastic content, networking, the whole 9 yards. And so that's what we were covering today. And tomorrow we'll be back 6:30 to 8 a.m. Pacific time. So like, subscribe, all that good stuff, you guys. It was a pleasure. And I love when you guys interact. I love having fun with y'all today. And we'll do it again tomorrow. All right. Peace out. We'll see you.